Hello, my name is M. Jason Graham, and this is in under 5 minutes, Foils and the Epic Arc. This week we've been talking a lot about foils, so I wanted to give a bit of a preview of what we're going to encounter in the story blueprint. So, here are 3 guidelines that I have whenever I'm making an epic story, because an epic story is something that you actually have to plan for. So whether you have started writing your story or started plotting your story, I should say, and realize that the character needs more time or there's a backstory that you need to tell, you need to use these guidelines in order to make sure that everything is set up properly and that the pacing is right for your reader and for yourself. Here are the 3 guidelines. The first guideline is divide the story into fourths. So into 4 parts. Conventional wisdom, conventional practice is that you do a trilogy. I don't think so. Even the 3-act structure isn't an actual 3-act structure. It's actually a 4-part structure. Generally, conventional wisdom says that Act 2 is larger than Act 1 and Act 3. And so why wouldn't you just divide those into parts? So I do. For me, I divide it into 4 parts. That way I get to tell the entire arc of the story. I don't need, because we have plenty of movies now that are well over 2 hours long. And in my opinion, there's just no need for it. So the second one is, the arc antagonist must be properly motivated. This is, if you're going to tell a 4-movie story, or if you're going to tell a television series, a story about a television series, or a story within a television series, I should say, your antagonist season, which wouldn't be a season antagonist, your series antagonist, first of all, you need a series antagonist. Second of all, your series antagonist has to have something important going on and has to have something that he or she has been planning for like 20 years or more. It can't be just, well, I want to rule the earth, or I want to be rich, or I want to blow mankind back to the Stone Age. There has to be a reason why this character has taken such, not only just such a deep-seated position that they've taken, but that they have been plotting and planning this for a very long time. So, the third guideline that I would give you is that your arc antagonist foils become your story antagonist. So, if you have a story antagonist or an arc antagonist, each arc antagonist is going to have at least 3 foils, and they should have 3 foils. So each one of the stories, if you're telling a story that spans 4 movies, each one of your stories, your arc antagonist foil becomes the antagonist for that story. So that story 1, so foil number 1, foil number 2, foil number 3, and then for your 4th story, that is your actual arc antagonist. And that will make everything line up. And it will give the audience proper amount of time to invest not only in your character, but also in the antagonist, because they're not going to see the arc antagonist until probably the 3rd story, to be honest with you. And then they'll only get a glimpse of them. They'll only begin to really know that that person, whoever they are, exists. Or at least that's the way that I think it should work. My name is M. Jason Graham. And this has been Foils and the Epic Arc in under 5 minutes. In under 5 minutes is brought to you by mjgstorycreation.com. Go to mjgstorycreation.com and turn that idea of yours into an epic story today. I'll see you next time.